Welcome to this short video about HosPortal V2, the brand new version of our leading rostering software. This video provides an overview of the more important functions everyone might want to know about. There is a separate and additional video aimed at roster administrators on HosPortal's YouTube page. HosPortal V2 is more powerful and flexible, but it is just as easy to use. Think of it like getting the keys to your brand new car. You should be able to do the things you're used to doing without any training or assistance. And just like the old version of the software, you can always click the smiley face button at the bottom right of each screen to view our help files or get assistance from the HosPortal team. This video covers the dashboard, where you first land when you log in, viewing rosters and shifts, your profile, which now is divided into two for your site profile and the account settings across all your sites, and managing market and the market shifts. The dashboard is similar to what you're already used to. As before, you can see all your facilities consolidated in the one view, or you can filter them to just show one at a time. What used to be called the Notify page is now called the Direct Message page. The Shifts of Today panel is now configurable by your site administrators. In the old HosPortal, shifts were one of two groups, either call or allocations. There can now be more of these types of roster groups, and they could be called different things. You can now see your regular staffing patterns or templates shown in pink on your calendar. And like other shifts, they can be turned on and off. There are some standard colours that HosPortal still uses, like purple for events, green for leave, and orange for market shifts. But now, rosters and shifts can have different colours, defined by each of your facilities depending on their needs. If your facility uses the new feature that allows a shift to change requests, you'll see the further details in a panel on your home page, and you'll see this icon attached to the shift, where that shift is still awaiting approval. The way you look at rosters in HosPortal V2 is now more flexible. There's no longer any fundamental difference in the way we treat call, allocations, and any other roster group. So the options we explain in this video are available on any page where you can see the rosters. Looking at this allocations page, there's a new highlight button where you can highlight your own shifts. There's a drop-down where you can review and select views that have been named and saved either for you by your roster administrators or ones you save for yourself. You can also manage the views by setting this button. The view settings are now quite extensive, and each time you change your view setting, you'll be given the option to save it. There's now more flexibility in your profile and preferences. They've also been broken down into two categories: profile settings, which are unique to each site, and your account settings, which apply across all your sites. The account settings include things like your login details and whether you turn on multi-factor authentication, your time zone, subscribing to iCal, and updating your digest, where system announcements and communications will be collated and sent to you on a schedule rather than being sent to you immediately that your rosters get published. Your profile settings are unique to each site, so you need to change your sites to adjust your profiles. You can have different phone numbers and mobile numbers for each site. Although you can't edit it, you may now also have a different short name for each site. Other things that have changed is more sophisticated use of user templates, where you can update available and unavailable sessions in hours where you're not normally working. You might have skills and teams attached to your role that your roster administrator has configured for you. You can subscribe to certain communications. You can block or mute certain communications. We've got a more improved and more powerful invoicing function for those of you at private hospitals. And you still keep your ability to get an alert when a shift appears on the market. Just like you used to, you can amend, swap and transfer shifts by clicking on the relevant shift. Depending on the settings configured by your site administrator, you'll get a different range of options, which may be as simple as you can't do anything to it, to splitting, swapping, putting shifts on the market, or other activities. The market is now a little bit more sophisticated. More search functions, the ability to see all your shifts at all your sites to make it easier to find shifts that don't conflict with your existing duties, and the same simple process of taking a shift or swapping a shift by clicking on it on the marketplace. Direct messages are similar to what you're used to, but we now have an additional feature that allows you to select recipients of your messages based on their roster activity. So you can select people who might be on a roster on a particular day, such as tonight, tomorrow, or any day you choose out of the calendar. There's now a more sophisticated track function, so you can see the success of your communications, see who's received them, and confirm who might have opened email messages. We hope this short overview has been helpful. As with the current version of HosPortal, you can use the help button and search our help files or get in touch with the support team for more assistance at any time.